It's a pleasure to be part of Boyneberries over the years, thanks to Michael Farry and the latest editor, Orla Fay. My first poem is The Dome of Home, selected for the most recent publication, issue 27. The poem takes inspiration from a trip to New Brighton, including a visit to the beautiful church which can be seen from across the river in Liverpool where I live, and all the way up the estuary. In fact, sight of the church's beautiful dome would be an indication to sailors returning to Merseyside that they were approaching the city. In Liverpool, we refer to locations on the Wirral Peninsula reached by the Mersey ferry as over the water. The Dome of Home. We wander around the church, sawdust, frankincense, its half-built altar. In the street, laughter takes us. The souvenir shop, abandoned in the 70s, its window of dancing ladies, plywood boats, black cats, and rock gone soft. We carry on all the way downhill to the beach in the fort's shadow. Donkeys traipsing across the sand. Backs against the seawall, we try Dire Straits, off-key, a love-struck Romeo. It's my own white coat, and your repeated palm to palm is holy palmer's kiss, stays in me. Now I make out the dome from a distance, from Liverpool, over the water, catching the red sun late at night, although even in rain it brands the sky.
Once before dawn, I killed a fox. Out of the dark and under the wheels. Nothing to be done, nothing I could do. Car hit bone, and I knew. Later I saw him stretched out by the road, as if at his leisure he could have been taking the sun, content in some glade, glad. Next day he was gone. What had I done? Him dead, me alive. Why did I survive? I had the day. I could have left him the night.
Hi everybody, Mark Ward here. Thanks to Orla Fay for inviting me to record this poem as part of the Boyneberries online launch for issue 27, which was postponed. This poem is dedicated to my nephew Saul Ward, and it is called Public Displays of Affection. Today, kissing is a competition, a sloppy act of composition, a brush of lips as intermission, as political tract. I watch them instinctively act upon their biological fact, their sexuality as ruling pact, as walking exposition. Hand in hand, each story's transcription into shared history occurs by validation. Eyes fix upon their smug radiation, they glance to their audience, rapt. Each performance whispers of subscription, since monopolies stay so with repetition. Each grazing tongue staves off depletion is another way to distract from those unwilling to follow instruction and uncover the mysteries of opposition. Two different bodies designed for collision, for maximum impact. Their bodies, like an action movie, an abstract, reduced to insertion, condensed to contract, abbreviated out of context as a pornographic act, like the way they see my life, as an act of attrition, decaying my willpower by building partitions, saying what I can do, what's up for discussion, what's acceptable in public, what causes revulsion, and how to live when life subtracts. The man and woman stop and kiss. I overreact. They're holding up the cue. I turn away and redact their kiss, their happy bliss. Life moves on intact, but I feel like my mouth is close to sedition. However, you don't like public displays of affection. You smile softly at my silent act of volition to write this poem and end it with us, eyes closed, kissing as protest, as an expression of love, as something matter of fact. Thanks a lot.
Hi to everyone at this Boyneberry's online launch of issue 27. Thank you to Orla for including me in this gorgeous magazine. My name is Elizabeth McGeown and I have a poem on page 37. It is called Thirst. Water. More. Water. Cheeky, chubby, furry thing. Hear the tinny rattle of her at the water bottle. Cannot possibly be thirsty as the full bottle is as big as her, but water. More. Water. In a past pet shop life, perhaps water was scarce. Maybe she likes to test, just wetting lips, just checking obsessive compulsive KV, rattling the metal nozzle against the bars. Can't we understand this more than anything? Not a simple transition from deprivation to lush oasis. We will always, endlessly try to suppress it, but continually have the need to touchstone, grasping, check our supply.
Hi, my name is Jeremy Fitzgerald, and this is a recording of a poem in Glundlock Wood that got published in issue 27 of Boyneberries. The breeze comes through the spruce trees, where peppermint fills the air. The light filters onto a blanket of dead pins. There's hardly any sound in this soft place. I stop on the wooden bridge, which holds across the scented wind. My head churns with heavy thoughts. A forest of applications is on my kitchen table. I gave up typing as my fingers were sore. I felt like a clown entertaining a hard audience, playing tricks to get the applause. I drop my bag and relax my shoulders, and dip my hand into the stream and watch the water flow over the rocks. Thank you.
Turan Naharan. At night you swerve through twisted turns, curvaceous bends, past the fork to crumb, steer a third leg of straightway you can overtake. You snake through low-lying mists, embracing fields. Lakes rise into nursery rhyme hills beneath white, prickly stars and a cold moon. An occasional gleam shines from a single house on the edge. In the dark, where a lone breeched man sits with his gun. Driving at midnight, it's what you imagine. In daylight, window down, elbow out, you breathe the sweet air of pasture, Dinkins, fresh baked bread, dung. You drive past stumps of steeple church spires, grind gears behind Quinn lorries of cement. Navigate yellow or white, broken lines, negotiate narrow, suspicious towns. In between lie run-down shacks selling tyres and fireworks. At Clonus, Smithborough, you notice Presbyterians, Methodists, Church of Ireland, as well as Catholics. People, you forgot to add people. Yourself, you live in the heart of the island on the edge of a bog, near a village on the shores of a loch. You call your neighbours friends, except they are not. To them you kick with the other foot, even though they know you don't kick at all. You attend village events, mime your presence, gesticulate, feign days, raise your children in country schools hidden away in woods and trees, unsure of demeanour, aware of difference, not recognising shrugs or the cadence and rhythm in strange guttural voices. But you like the lie of the land as you dig in the dirt, its contours, the wilderness of light, the silver evenings stalking black-rimmed clouds. You glory in the early morning dew crisp on your bare feet as you tramp to the greenhouse to plant your seeds, the catch of your hair in the branch of a tree, the breath in your throat as you watch a blackbird hop, the tinkle of a pink fuchsia bell as it rings forth, the crackle of alder seeds as they whirl to the earth, the moist of damp clay roots in the palm of my hand.
Almost. It wasn't easy, but what is easy? Asks Beckett in The Expelled. The fact is we're walking under willows and dripping birch cherries, listening. To our left, a playground breathes and the sun fights through. One of you has just tripped over a fallen trunk and your tears contain the truth. A wolf sniffs our shins, scampers off into the underworld. Whose small hand is at our backs, urging us on past holly, the blurred doors of time? Cool air sinks into our lungs like stars, and there's the activity of the heart. Repercussions wait on up ahead. Standing still, we could almost be a painting.